Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a Oura Ring review. If you followed me for a long time, you probably have seen that I have done an Apple and Whoop review. That actually transitioned me away from my Apple Watch for a little bit. And then I got a Garmin, and I was actually just recently gifted an Oura Ring. So I've had the Oura Ring since January. So I have had it for a little over a month and a half, and I want to share, in my opinion, what are my favorite things about it and how I'll be using it moving forward, and give you some cons, kind of like a pros and cons, just if you are debating. I know it's kind of trendy right now to have an Oura Ring. It is very useful. So if you're thinking about getting one, they are pretty pricey. I think they're anywhere from like $300 to like $500. I don't know, kind of in that price range. Again, this was a gift, so I'm not quite sure how much it is. But if you're looking into one, I wanted to share my opinion, and so you had just like an honest review. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so after doing the Whoop Band and Apple Watch review, I did make the transition from Apple to Whoop. And then I started my running journey. And when I started my running journey, I wanted something that tracked my runs better than the Whoop Band did. And so I also did not like paying a monthly subscription for my Whoop Band, and I just didn't really like the way it looked. So I ended up gifting that to somebody else and I bought myself a Garmin watch. Now, I've had my Garmin watch since probably summer of last year, and I've failed to give you a good product review on the Garmin watch. So definitely make sure you're subscribed, and that way you don't miss the Garmin review that I do plan to do after this Oura Ring review. So today, just want to talk about the Oura. I will talk about how I'm utilizing it. I'm not getting rid of my Garmin. I still wear it every day. But I want to kind of show you what I like about the Oura Ring and how I'm using it in tandem with the Garmin. Okay, so first off, like I mentioned, I did get this ring gifted to me. I have the black Oura 3. I know they have a 4. I know they have some really cool colors, and the design's a little bit different, a little less bulkier on the 4. But again, this was a gift. I think, again, price range $300 to $400, maybe a little bit more than that for the ring. Great thing about it, FSA, HSA eligible. So if you do have a health savings account or a flexible savings account, you could use those benefits on the Oura website. So just saying. So let's talk about this ring in particular. So it is a smart ring. It's just like a smart watch. Think like Fitbit, Apple, Garmin. It basically is a way to track insights. It gives you important things like your readiness score, which I can kind of show you what everything looks like. So it's a readiness score. There's also, it tells you like what your sleep habits are, and it gives you like, throughout the night, if you're in REM sleep, it gives you all the details about how you slept, as well as like the total amount of hours and like the time you've spent in like each phase, basically. And it kind of, is very similar to like the Whoop Band does insights that are sleep. I'd say it's probably like very similar to that, except for this is like really like in depth. So I'd say if I had to compare it, it's the same similar stats to Whoop for the sleep. What I do like, again, similar to the Whoop Band, it tracks your activity. So it recognizes if you're like, for instance, if I'm cleaning the house, it'll recognize that and it will say like confirm your activity, and you can put housework, and it helps because all of that plays into your readiness score. It plays into your recovery, how you're feeling. And so that is an added feature that I really like, that has that auto detect, just day-to-day activities. So like your normal daily expenditure. Similar to the Whoop band, it has a stress indicator. So it kind of looks at, I think the data, in my personal opinion, on the Oura Ring is a little bit more accurate than the Whoop band. But it takes all of your stress data and again, it plays that into your readiness score, your overall ability to be optimal through your day for workouts. It recommends different things like meditations that are within the app to help you if you're like a high stress. It tells you like, hey, you had a stressful day, you should do XYZ, so that you're feeling better the next day and you're recovering better and you're getting the most out of like everything you're doing, whether it's workouts or just your day-to-day life. So love that as well. The other thing it helps with is like sleep habits, which I have really bad sleep habits. Like I have a tendency to like scroll my phone. I don't like have a wind down activity that is consistent. And so that really helps. Like it'll say, hey, based off your activity today, you should you're nearing your bedtime. You should start your wind down activities. And that helps me get into the mental state of like, okay, I got to put away my phone. I'm going to read. I'm going to do I'll crochet before bed or like something that helps me wind down. So I'm not like in a stressful state. That plays into like how well I sleep or not. And so that's a really great indicator and something I really actually enjoy because it kind of prompts me to do something. It reminds me like, hey, you got to go to bed. You got to start winding down. So those kind of like the features. Kind of want to talk about the membership. And then we can get into like the pros and cons of what I like about it, just in like the generality of it. So again, I stopped using the Whoop because it was really, really expensive. And I feel like I loved all the insides. Trust me. The Whoop band, in my opinion, is very similar to the Oura Ring. The difference is the Whoop band was super uncomfortable. I have really tiny wrists. And anytime I slept with the Whoop band, it hurt so bad. I would end up like taking it off in the middle of the night. And like, I love the functionality of it. And it was such a great concept, but like, I could not sleep with it. And I needed something that would give me like, the sleep insights I needed. So when I was gifted the Oura Ring, the cool thing is that it has all of those insights. One of the downsides about the Whoop band is that there is a monthly cost. It was $30 a month. So that's, I don't know, do the math. So $30 a month is no way. Let me just say. $30 a month is $360 a year for a membership. And I just can't justify, like, that's crazy. I didn't even realize I was paying that much. And you have to like pay that all up front. I don't remember. I think like the memberships are like, it's like $239 if you pay for the full year up front, or it's $399 for a 24-month contract. And then if you don't want to do that, no commitments, and you just want to do month to month, it's a 12-month commitment, but you're paying $30 a month. So it's just like so expensive. And again, the Oura Ring does have a membership. I pay $69 per year for the Oura Ring membership. And it has like some of the best benefits that Whoop has. Like it has all the insights, it has all the fitness tracking, it has meditations, recommendations, like it does everything that I need it to do. And it's literally like a third of the price per year. So that's also a huge pro, is that it is cheaper than the Whoop. Now, if you ask me about my Garmin, the Garmin I don't pay for an app, so it's free. But again, two different things, two different functions, and I'll tell you how I'm working those in together. But yeah, the price is wild for the Whoop. I didn't realize I was paying that much. It's insane. Okay. Oh, and again, with the Oura, and I don't know if this is true for the Whoop band, because when I did that video and I was trying it out for those, I think I did it for a year because I had that commitment. So I used the Whoop band for a year, and that was at the time not HSA and FSA eligible. But it might be now. I don't know. You'd have to look. But the Oura Ring is FSA and HSA eligible. So that is definitely a bonus. I don't know if the membership is covered with those. I would probably have to look into that. And you get your first month free. So that is also something that's super exciting. So let's kind of get in the pros and the cons of it. So I will say I have a lot more pros for the Oura Ring than I do cons. But the first thing is it's small and you barely notice it. Again, here it is. And I have it, a lot of people wear it on like their middle finger, on their index finger. And I just like it on my middle finger. It's not like too snug. I can sleep with it. It's just like really like discreet, and they make it in other colors. I was gifted a black one, but if I were to like go out and buy it, I'd probably get the gold one because that's just like cuter. So they're cuter colors, but like I just have the black one. I love the in-depth sleep analysis that comes with it. I think it's very insightful and it's very helpful on recovery days. You also get personal health insights, which is great. I think that's super helpful for me as I am training really hard for a half marathon, and I'm still lifting. I need to be able to see all of my insights that play into my recovery so that I know how to recover and when to recover. The other thing is live heart rate monitoring. It's got body temperature monitoring and your cycle tracking, which I find very accurate on both the Oura Ring and my Garmin watch. So that's great. I kind of played them two against each other and they're very accurate data. I like the illness detector because when I was like dying of the sinus infection plague, I was like, prior to me getting sick, my body was like starting to react, and my actual Oura Ring picked it up. My body temperature was higher. I wasn't sleeping great. Like, it had all of these illness detectors, and it was like, hey, you might be getting sick. And then it asked me if I wanted to go into rest mode, which is something that I never got on the Apple Watch. I didn't get it on the Whoop Band, and I don't get it on my Garmin. And what that is it basically like turns off your daily activity and it allows you to actually recover. So it's not telling you, hey, you have an activity score to hit. Hey, you have to get these steps in. You have to do this workout. You have to do this. It literally is focused on all recovery, which is fantastic because I have a tendency of being like, hey, I am sick, but I have to hit these steps, or I have to close these rings, and I have to do these things, and then I don't recover, and I'm sick, and it takes me longer to recover. So I love that it has that encouragement of like, hey, you're in rest mode. The purpose of this is to like heal your body, and it'll start to like change over time, and then it will ask you to like come out of rest mode, and then you can turn it off and go right back to your daily activities once you have healed and are feeling better. So I absolutely love that feature. It is probably my favorite. The other thing is it also tracks like physical and mental recovery. It tracks your stressors. So it will tell you if you're like in a high stress moment, like it'll give recommendations about meditations or, breathing exercises, things to help kind of lower that stress, which is great. My Garmin watch also does the same thing. But the insights on the Oura Ring, I feel like, are the most accurate. For some reason, it's probably the most accurate data I've seen to date. The other thing is the look. So there are these rings on Amazon, and I can put the link in the comments and I can show you what it looks like here, but they're these like really cute, dainty rings that you can put on before and after. And it kind of gives us this like cute, fancier, elevated look. So it doesn't just look like it's a sports ring on your finger. It still is because I have a black one, but if you have the gold or the silver, it actually looks so cute with those rings on. And a lot of girls on Instagram and TikTok have been doing that, and they look so cute. So you can dress it up, which I love. Let's get into the cons. So the cons is my Garmin watch versus my Oura watch or my Oura Ring. Garmin is free, so there's no membership required with it, but my Oura Ring has membership. Now, I will say it is cheaper memberships when you're thinking of like the Whoop Band, or this, I don't know, maybe Fitbit. I think Fitbit is free too, actually. I don't really know. I haven't had a Fitbit in literally like 30 years. But it's only $69. So around $300 a year, $70 a year, it's still the more cost effective to get all of those insights that you're looking for. The other thing is it's more of a wellness device than a fitness tracker. So like if you lift with this, you're going to fuck it up. It's going to get kind of like scratched. Mine's not really scratched because I've been doing just a lot of dumbbell workouts. But if you're doing like Olympic lifting, CrossFit, whatever, hydro, whatever the new thing is that everyone's doing, if you're doing any of those that have like the barbell and stuff, you may kind of mess up the ring. So I don't think it's like a fitness tracker. I think it's more of a wellness tracker, in my opinion. It does all the fitness stuff. So if I'm like running, I still wear it. If I'm cycling, whatever, it still tracks. But again, like it's not going to give you the same running data if you're a runner that you would need if you had a Garmin. So the Garmin is my go-to for workouts. It's my go-to for runs. I will give it a separate review on the Garmin and all of the features and like the one I have and all of the great things in a separate video. But that is why I'm using both of them in tandem. So I don't sleep with my Garmin watch on anymore. I mean, you can tell how chunky it is. This is so uncomfortable to sleep in. And I have really bony wrists, so it like hurts. And again, same with the Apple Watch, same with the Whoop Band, I just end up ripping it off. So I always wear my ring. The battery life on this lasts for like literally like a week. So I don't have to worry about it. You can swim it with it. You can like wash your hands. You can do all of the things. And so I don't normally really take this off. I don't shower with it on, but I will say I leave it on pretty consistently so that I always have like consistent data. And then I really rely on my Garmin data to tell me all of my fitness insights. The great thing is that they do talk to each other because I have a Strava account, and my Strava account is free and it links all of my workouts no matter what I'm doing, whether it's on the Garmin, or if I'm on the tread, or if I'm on my bike for Peloton, whatever. And then Oura is a third-party app with Garmin, or not with Garmin, good Lord. Oura Ring has a third-party extension that you can enable with Strava, and that will bring all of your workouts into the Oura app and help you determine like how to recover. So they are connected through Strava, which I love. And so I can utilize both and get the same benefits. And I have better insights for my workouts on my Garmin, and I have better overall wellness insights on my Oura. So these are the two I use. So yeah, that's kind of my quick analysis of the Oura Ring. I really love it. I'm going to be using it for quite some time in tandem with my Garmin. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button because I am going to be coming out with a Garmin review. I do have the Garmin Venu. I think it's called the Venu. Yeah, I think it's Venu. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I have the Garmin Venu 3. This is not the band it came with. I got an interchangeable band, but I will be doing a full in-depth review of it. I have been using my Garmin watch since I started half marathon training about probably a little under a year ago. And so summer, I think I got this in summer. I started marathon training in like April, yes. And so I will be doing an in-depth review. If you're interested in getting a watch that's specifically designed for fitness or running, I will give you my honest opinion on the Garmin. And if you're curious about the Whoop Band in my Apple review, I will also link that in the comments so that you can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it already. But I hope you enjoyed the review. If you're interested in getting an Oura Ring, or you do get one, drop your comments below. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what you think of the membership, the perks, and all of the benefits that come with it. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you next time.